YouTube, what's going on YouTube? What is going on? What is happening, man? Of course, it's your guy one more time, DEDRICKHICKSJR, and I'm back with another fragrance video. Smell good family. Hopefully everyone is doing well, doing great, doing fantastic. And as always, it's positive energy, it's positive vibes. And again, as always, it is positive vibes only. All right, so today we're back with more from my friends over at Layl, and I mean, I've covered a lot of fragrances from Layl, and they are one of the premier inspired clone houses, and now so much more with their signature scent and something special coming soon for around Mother's Day. I'll just put that out there. They are, dabbling into a lot of different things in 2025, and I think that's important. I think it's special what they're doing, paving their own way, but while servicing customers who are looking for niche take fragrances that cost a lot of money to get them for affordable price, but most importantly, you still get to experience a high level quality, and that's what Layl provides. I think a lot of you have made it very clear that you are really into what Layl has going on. But today we're going to be talking about one of the best that they've done, and one of the best at the top of the list for me. It's actually my scent of the day today, but I have been testing it well before the recording of this video. All right, but before we get into that, get your free 10 mls. Get your free 10 mls. All right, hit the link in the description of this video. Okay, it'll take you to a specific page where you can make your purchase and select your free 10 ml, as long as you spend up to $84.99. Get your free 10 ml. So get what you really want, whether it's a couple Discover sets or a full bottle, and then maybe that 10 ml can be something that you're curious about, you're interested in, but you're just not ready to commit. All right, so link is in the description. Tap in to get your free 10 ml. All right, so today we're talking about a real banger, man. This is a great wear, especially with the weather as warm as it is today and what's coming. It's perfect. From the house of Layl, we're talking Aqua Marine. Aqua Marine from Layl. All right, so what is this a take on? This is a take on Mrs. Frances Kurkdjian's Aqua Media Cologne Forte. Aqua Media Cologne Forte. All right, this is a very popular fragrance in the community, especially the ones that know, they know. And boy, comparing this to the sample that I do have a sample of Aqua Media Cologne Forte, and it's really good. So knowing, and it's on my list to get, like it's on my list, but man, Layl has done it again. They done it again, man. I'm gonna get a spray on my arm here, spray in the air so y'all can see it. Nice pressurized atomizers in the air, man. You just get this zesty, citrusy tea, that matcha tea. That's the featured note with this DNA and with this fragrance today, Aqua Marine. All right, just wanted to bask in it real quick. So it's warm, it's summer, summer's on the way, so these are the fragrances that are going to be rolled out. I will say the one thing that I've seen with Layl, and I agree with, is that the more heavier DNAs are really heavy. More heavier than the original. I agree with that. And then the fresher fragrances provide a little bit more oomph to them due to the extrait de parfum oil concentration that you get. You get 40% oil concentration here with Layl. So I am a fan of much more of the more fresher takes from Layl. Don't get me wrong, they're heavier DNAs. They do a really good job. They are heavy, they are pronounced, and they are going to perform for you. But when you're, talking about fresher fragrances, right? Fresher DNAs, man, they do a really good job, and they've done it again here. All right, so I have a fresh spray on my arm. I sprayed it on my arm. I smell it very fresh. I get this zesty citrus tea airy, very fitting for the warm weather. Spring, and I like to wear tea fragrances in the spring as well. But then this is going to be transitioning right over to the summer for sure. It's just so good. They are in the 90th percentile once again. All right, and again, don't take my word for it. I'm starting to get a lot of comments and conversations about, you know, my take on Yeoman Layl's. Look, my opinion is my opinion. I rock what I rock, and you rock what you rock, all right? But don't judge if you haven't tried. And a lot of people have been cool enough of saying, you know what, D, I wasn't really too sure about Yeoman Layl, but I tried them for myself. And I see why you are a fan of the brand, absolutely, all right? So you want to get a affordable take on some of the more expensive niche DNAs that are out there. You're going to get it here. All right. You're going to get it here. Again, I use Alexandria and Dua as where, you know, what is Yeoman Layl comparable to? What house conversation are they a part of? Those are the two brands, in my opinion, Alexandria and Dua and Yeoman Layl. But in my opinion, Yeoman Layl does it the best. The blends, the oil concentration, how spot on they have been with their attempts to you know, create, just keeping it real, what's already out there for an affordable price. They do a really, really good job. All right. So Aqua Media Cologne Forte is a fragrance that was already on my list by, you know, smelling my, I think it was like a little 2 ml sample that one of the Smell Good family members had sent my way a while ago. And I was like, yo, this is really, really good. I can see myself wearing this for summer. So upon receiving this one from Yeoman Layl, I was like, yo, do I really need to get it now? The answer currently right now is no. Will I get it eventually? Time will tell. But I can see myself making it through the entire summer without purchasing the OG, because this inspired take is fantastic. It's in the 90th percentile for sure. Now, what are the difference between the two? The original is a little bit more brighter. That matcha tea comes out a little bit edgier. But you still have that freshness, that zesty citrus from the OG is very, very prominent. And I'll never recommend a clone over the OG. I've stated that countless times. I would never recommend a clone over the OG. But what I do recommend there are fragrances out there that are more affordable, that are absolutely great on the quality and great on the price, and Yeoman Layl has you covered there. So let's get into the notes of Aqua Marine. They're very similar to the notes of Aqua Media Cologne Forte. And here we are. All right, so this is a fresh green citrus aquatic fruity fragrance. The notes really identical to what Yeoman Layl provide. You got calabaran, bergamot, fennel, matcha tea, vervein, musk, and hedione. All right, those are the particular notes in this fragrance. Again, a bright tea fragrance. That matcha tea is, it's a refreshing angle. Of course, you get your herbalness that comes from the fennel, and I don't want to call it vegetable, but herbal from the fennel. The matcha tea, that combo there. But what really elevates this fragrance is that bright bergamot up top. You get this very, in my opinion, you get this clean, musky feel to it, aquatic natures. It doesn't necessarily come off salty aquatic, but comes off, you know, just simply aquatic. Just simply aquatic. And even on the atomizer, man, it's stained on the atomizer so I can smell it. But this is an outstanding take on that DNA. And I'm going to do a video dedicated to some of the more bright and fresh and citrus takes that Yeoman Layl has available that are going to absolutely work in the spring and in the summer. All right. And this is one for me. Again, my scent of the day. My scent of the day, it is still coming off of my clothing. On my arm, it is still present. Now, this is a fresher fragrance. I sprayed this on around 9 this morning. At the recording of this video, it is 3:45 p.m. So we've had a pretty decent wearing throughout my day of this fragrance, and it is still holding on at a good pace. Now, if I have something to do, maybe around 5 or 6 o'clock, I'm going to reapply. It's a fresher take, so it's already working its way down to more of a skin scent. But as I move, and I can definitely smell it, obviously off of my hand here, but off of my clothes. I do spray my clothes, especially those lighter fragrances that, you know, it's no harm, no foul when you do that. All right, so huge fan of the DNA. Really love the job that Layl did here. Aqua Marine is one that is, you know, quenching my thirst. You know, it's you know, taking care of my appetite, so to speak. For that Aqua Media Cologne Forte, which is really good. And like I said, I smelled the sample late last summer. And then, of course, a couple of weeks ago when I got this in, I kind of compared them. And I said, whoa, they really captured the vibe. So, well done. Now, as far as the juice color, I do get this a lot in the comments. I believe you can select whatever juice color you want. So, this is the green, aqua green colorway to this. I think they have the clear juice. If you just want the clear juice, you can select the color that you want for your fragrance. It's a cool feature over on Layl. So again, this is going to be great for right now in the spring. Today it's really warm. Right now it is 84 degrees, and we are, like I said, 3:40 in the afternoon here in Jacksonville. We're going to get a little bit warmer. The high today is 88 degrees. So no humidity yet. So it feels good out, but it's definitely warm. And I definitely got to go back out the house in just a little bit. So like I said, I'm going to reapply. Got a compliment at the post office this morning. I can't forget this. I was dropping off some packages at the post office and picking up some things. And I was walking by, and there was two older elderly women walking by. And one of the ladies grabbed me by my shirt. And she said, "Is that you smelling like that? Are you married?" And I said, "Yes, ma'am, I am." She said, "And your wife let you walk out the house smelling like that?" I said, "Yes, ma'am." And then she said she might not want to do that. And they were both laughing. Her and I'm guessing that was her friend or maybe her sister who she was with. I was walking back down the ramp going to my car, and they were coming in. So it was in the air. Now, admittedly, I had just sprayed it maybe like 10 minutes ago before I left the house to get to the post office. So yeah, about 10-15 minutes up the way. And I could smell it. If you can smell yourself, then people around you are going to smell you for sure. All right, so it was a funny compliment, but I think she was serious. But I told my wife when I got home, and she laughed. She's like, "Yeah, if you would have said you weren't married, she's gonna try to snatch you up." I was like, "We cooling, man." We cooling. All right, so compliment factor could be there for sure. Great for the hot weather, great for the outdoors. You can even wear this to the office. Be very versatile. It could be a signature scent for you as well. But for me, this is going to be some outdoor fun, kind of moving around, doing what I'm doing in the summertime. And another great job from the house of Layl. Just great work, man. So Aqua Marine, highly recommended. I definitely think you should check it out, especially if you're trying to save. Even if you can find Aqua Media Cologne Forte on discounters, you're still going to pay in the high 100s, maybe close to 2 from what I've seen. If some of you have seen cheaper prices, please let me know. But from what I've seen, that's what you're paying for it. But you get a full bottle of this for $84.99. You get a 30 ml for a little bit cheaper, or you can add it to your Discovery set for even cheaper price. It don't take a lot of money to smell great. But for me, this is definitely full bottle worthy. Full bottle worthy on both ends, from the original and from Layl for sure. All right, so tap in, let me know, and look forward to hearing what you guys have to say. Or if you already have this, what are your thoughts on it as well? More warm weather content coming from and Layl for sure in the coming months, and a special project from and Layl again. They already had Solar, their original release, which is getting a lot of love and good buzz in the community. And then something special is coming for Mother's Day. Can't wait to talk to you guys about that one. All right, so get your free 10 mLs. Got the link down in the description. Dedrick10 is the code. Let me know what you guys thinking, man, of Layl. What have been your experiences? Have they been good? Have they been bad? Am I hyping it too much? Are they paying me all their money to make me talk good about them? Yeah, they are. So And I'm joking, by the way, for anybody who says he admitted it. You know how it goes. So see for yourself. Don't take my word for it. Don't even use the code. Don't even use the code. Just do whatever you feel you need to do so you can have your unbiased opinion on the house. And then just go from there. But if you're a smart person, you would use the code and get that free 10 ml. That's what you would do. All right. So shout out to the crew over at Yom and Layl. Thank you for sending this my way and allowing me to talk about it and let everybody know that if you are into Aqua Media Cologne Forte, there is an excellent interpretation of that DNA over at Yom and Layl. All right. So until next time, y'all be cool. Y'all be safe. Y'all take care of yourselves. Always positive energy, always positive vibes. Splack it up, splack it down, splack it that thing all around. And remember, what you put onto this world is exactly what you are going to get back. Appreciate y'all, man. We're almost at 25K. We're going to do a banger live stream. It's going to be fun. And I always appreciate y'all's support, man. All right? Peace. Splack.